We've been here so many times, and you still stand in awe at the size of this place. We're at AT&T Stadium. Welcome to Arlington, Texas. Ball teed up. Brandon Aubrey after the kick. And here we go from AT&T Stadium. Damian Pierce now to return it. This return makes it up to the 25. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. Stroud in the air to start us off. Splits a couple of defenders and completes it. And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it's stopped.
You know, I'm really not sure if that was an intentionally brave play to challenge double coverage or just simply not seeing the two defenders. Either way, what a tremendous throw and catch that earns some momentum.
And he takes a shot near the marker, but it looks like he still has enough for that first down.
You know what I like about a second and short run play, Kate? Yeah, I like getting a first down, but you know what I like even more? That's going to set up a play-action pass in a similar down and distance, and that defense is going to have to key on the run.
Has him on the quick hitter. It's a 23-yard pickup on the play. And it sets up a Houston first.
Man, I love that effort, adding as much as possible to that catch while earning the first down. That's called yards after catch, and it's what coaches want from all their pass catchers on the roster.
And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Shotgun now for Stroud. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. And the Cowboys have an early opportunity after the interception on the game's first series. So the first drive of the game ends not in points, Brock, but in an INT.
And I get it. Opening drives aren't always going to end up with points or a touchdown. Good thing, though, there's a lot of opportunities left to make up for that miscue and go get yourself back in rhythm and back on script.
The Cowboys have it in great field position as they come up to the line, 1st and 10. Opening play, and Dak's going to throw. Throw complete to Lamb. And they push this down to the opposing 47-yard line. They get an even 10 on that play. And that's good for a Cowboys first down.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only one? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
Call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10. From the gun is Prescott. Finds a seam down the middle. And they're going to haul him down a step before the 30, right at the 31. That's 16 on the pickup. And it'll be first down, Dallas. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
Kate, don't think for a second this is time you step off the gas. You can feel this defense, right? They're on their heels. And now's the best chance to go push the envelope and get aggressive.
Going to the ground again on first. And he'll get him a handful on that run as we've reached the end of the first. All right, still scoreless through 1 quarter, but that looks like it's going to change pretty soon. Hopefully no shortage of excitement coming up in the second. Back to AT&T Stadium in just a moment. Time for our second quarter now. Let's see if the Cowboys can capitalize here in the red zone. Running for the marker on second. And this run doesn't have the juice of that last one. He's stopped at the line. Nothing gained or lost on that run, and now it's 3rd and 3. Prescott here from the gun. Has it at the back of the end zone, but the throw carries him out of bounds. It's incomplete.
Yeah, I understand why this crowd and these fans were celebrating a touchdown, but not so fast. Catch, yeah, that looked good, but you've got to get both feet down too.
Off the play fake, it's Prescott. Oh, no touchdown, it's intercepted. Azeez Al-Shire has it. And the Texans
Oopsies.
the shadow of their own end zone. They're
Oopsies.
at the 4-yard line.
Well, that's it right there. That's the resilience and the mental toughness that every coach wants to see from his defense. Not a great spot for him. Backed up close enough that they're going to get shots taken in the end zone. But instead of collapsing under pressure, they rose up and they created the takeaway.
And he reaches the 17-yard line.
Oopsies. Oopsies.
And the Texans are going to have a first down.
Ooh, I like that call. I really like it with those sticks. You can keep them on the sidelines, and you get more than enough to get the first down.
Here's Stroud on 1st and 10. Schultz with the catch. The end result there.
Oopsies. Oopsies.
How good that is. Anticipating the outcut, having the ball on the way before the receiver's head even turns. He puts it on him so that receiver can easily get out of bounds for the nice gain.
1st and 10, a run to Mixon. He's corralled after a modest 4-yard gain. Donovan Wilson getting there for the stop.
You know, this is an offense that will emphasize the ground game at different points of each and every contest. And as long as they can reliably get gains like this, it's not going to change anytime soon.
We're to the 2-minute warning from AT&T. The Texans eager to get some points on the board. 2nd and 6 coming up here. From the gun, Stroud. Finds a man, right side. Rolling into enemy territory. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. It's a 24-yard gash, and it gives them the first down.
Just excellent effort on that catch. And a lightning quick transition from bringing that football in to getting vertical. He was not content for a second to end that play where he caught it. Any catch he makes, his intent is to put some serious yards on top of it.
Dell with the grab. And he's brought down at about that 27-yard line. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the first.
I love throwing on 1st down. And when you see a 1st down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
1st down, Stroud. Finds the in route complete. And he stopped just before he reaches the red zone at the 21. Now we're going to get an offensive timeout. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. To the air yet again, it's Stroud. Oh, not like this. An interception ends that drive. Donovan Wilson picks it off. And the Cowboys are finally tackled after a big return. They're going to have the football beyond their own 30 following the turnover. Well, Brock, if you like defense, you are loving what you're seeing right now. Consecutive drives that have ended in interceptions. It's become a real defensive battle.
Well, let's see here, Kate. We got 1, we got 2. Do I hear a 3rd interception in a row? I'll tell you this right now. These defenders, they are squashing that thought that defenders are offensive guys with bad hands because they're making...
They get it right back. That's intercepted.
My bad, I was taking a nap. Just woke up.
The Texans set up nicely as they come up to the line, 1st and 10. begin with a run by Mixon. And he gets it forward to steal about a yard out of that. Eric Kendricks there for the tackle. Just a gain of 1, and that brings up 2nd and 9. He's back to throw. He's trying to push the field. They don't connect there, and now just 3 seconds showing on the clock. He was hoping to get it to Tank Dell there. And that's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long. One last play before the break. Throwing it just before halftime. He's trying to go deep again. This is caught inside the 15.
Oh, yes, baby girl.
They've reached the end zone with no time remaining in the half. I love plays like this, Brock. Sometimes you just got to ask your dude, show me what you got, man. Show off those wheels, and he did just that.
Yeah, beauty in simplicity, right?
Yep.
Now, when you run that fly route, you got to win right from the jump. And you got to protect yourself from the sideline, too. Don't get pushed to the boundary. Give your quarterback room to throw it up, and you can find pay dirt.
So that's the halfway point of this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Brock and I will be back right after this. Well, that first half, certainly an interesting one. Kate Scott, Brock Ewart with you as we get back and see what the second half has in store for us. Fairbairn has it all set up for the kickoff. Short kick gathered in at the 15. Some good work on that return. Brock gets this up to the 33. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. First down, here's Dak. On target to his back, Rico Dowdle. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12. Ball on the 45, 1st and 10. That's Lamb running a slant. And he'll get this through midfield and starts pushing into Texans territory. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Dak now from the gun. This is complete. Jalen Tolbert. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage. Dak throwing again. Brought in by Jake Ferguson. And that's good for a gain of 5. Azeez Al-Shire that time on the tackle. Offense to the line for 2nd down. Now a give running right. And they'll bundle this up after a 4-yard gain. Derek Stingley putting that play to bed. A 4-yard pickup, and they're just inches shy as we reach 3rd down.
You know, Kate, these are some of the little hidden plays in a game, right? Doesn't look like a whole lot on the stat sheet, but A, it gets you good yardage. B, it sets up your play action. And C, most importantly, keeps that defense guessing.
Call it 7 yards on the play, and that's enough for the 1st down. They give it to him again. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. We managed 6 on the play, bringing up 2nd and 4. Working out of the gun, it's Prescott. Close secured by Brandon Cooks. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
I'm sure Coach, the play caller, doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
And he's going to end up out of bounds, which will end our 3rd quarter. So we hit the end of the 3rd quarter. The Cowboys have it, but some work to do in the final frame. They're trailing. To the line they go. It's second down. Here's Dak. This throw is caught. And it's good yardage, but they tackle him short of the sticks.
It takes a certain level of fearlessness, craziness to work over the middle of the field in this league. You're fighting through guys as you go, and all the while you know you could take a lick at any time.
And he's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Dallas! The Cowboys now trailed by just a point in the fourth. They were throwing for it there, and they didn't care who knew about it, Brock. And it turns out, hey, nothing was going to stop them either.
Yeah, there's something about an empty formation. You are declaring to a defense, other than QB draw, this ball is going to be in the air. But at the same time, you also...
And he's got it. That gets him two and puts them within a field goal here late. Well, that right there really changes the complexion of this game. They take the lead on the conversion rather than playing for the tie.
You could just see my head up here in this booth, right? It's just shaking. I mean, the old-timers are looking at some of these decisions the new school guys are making and just wondering aloud, what are you thinking? Well, what they're thinking is what some of the data is telling them to do. And what I love, Kate, it now really puts the pressure on that other side to respond.
Fields the hard squib kick. They track him down, but a nice return in the end there, Brock. He's up to the 38. The Texans set up nicely as they come up to the line, 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, it's Stroud. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
Couldn't connect on 1st. It's 2nd down. Staying between the tackles with Mixon. And he's able to get back to the line, but that is all. No gain on the play, and they still need 10 now on 3rd down.
Made it all look so simple, didn't he? That linebacker sorting right through the traffic, finding the runner. That's instincts come to life.
Yet another interception, and that could be what does it. Trayvon Diggs has got it. And the Cowboys get it back after making their 3rd first-half interception. 1st down, ball at the 36. Plowing up the middle. And the middle holds. They don't get anything on the run. No progress on 1st down, and they'll bring up 2nd and 10. Now Prescott. Oh, he lost the football. And the Texans grab it. And they limit the damage on the return, but it is still a turnover. Well, where one defender failed, Brock, another succeeded. He shook free of that first tackle, but the next guy not only made that hit, but knocked it loose as well.
Kate, as we saw when he broke that first tackle, he can absorb a shot, right? He's got great, what they call contact balance to absorb it and keep going. But that second hit, well, that drove the ball free and leads to this takeaway.
Stroud throwing here on 1st. Connection made to Dell. And he's short of the 1st after a mile gain. We've reached the 2-minute warning from Dallas. Texans trail by just 1. Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. From the 28. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete. So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. Looking to throw it. On the move, headed right. Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete.
You know, that was a play, Kate, right there where you need to buy your receivers just enough time to get open along their routes and your quarterback enough time to find and hit him with the throw. Time, well, that's not what he had. O-line couldn't hold up, and it forces the incompletion.
Desperation time here on fourth. Had to force it on fourth, and it's intercepted. That's Jordan Lewis. And the Cowboys make the play that should win them this game. The fourth down call ends in a defensive highlight as he picks up the throw and gets his guys off the field.
You know, one way or another, it looked like they were going to get off the field that time, but it's so much sweeter as a defense to run off that field holding the ball. So many defensive coaches in this league preach it. It's all about the ball. It's all about the ball. It's all about the ball. Not only the energy you create on your side, but that little seed of doubt you put in the quarterback's mind the next time he goes out to throw it.
Another carry for him. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away. Working fast as the clock ticks towards 0. Back to the well again. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
That is your old school meat and potatoes call right there. Don't even think about throwing it. Just rush it ahead and get what you need.
First down, and they go right back to him. And he gets very good yardage there. That's down inside the 10. Just a little short, but still a 9-yard pickup. That's going to bring up 2nd and 1. So it's a win for the Cowboys. And it still shows up as a victory for them, Brock, whether they score 50 or they have a rough day putting points on the board. So for Brock Heward, everyone here on our great crew, I'm Kate Scott, and this has been the NFL on EA Sports. The Cowboys are winners as we say so long from Dallas.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Acrisure Stadium on the north shore of the Steel City, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. The kicker, Chris Boswell, has it ready to go, and we are underway from Pittsburgh. And able to get this out to the 25. First carry here for Joe Mixon. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Look, all any running back wants is a little bit of room, a little bit of space in order to maneuver. But he also understands how difficult it is for his offensive line up front. So
and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. T.J. Watt causing the disruption. He gets the sack. But just 2 plays in, and Charles already their first sack defensively.
Yeah, how about that? That didn't take long, did it? And now they look at 3rd down, and that's another time to try and go and get the quarterback, too.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. How to get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass. Here's Tommy Townsend on to punt. The back deep for the Steelers is Calvin Austin. This is fielded at the 27. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Here's Wilson. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes. That's going to be a 1st down. Well done. A nice gain of 21 yards. Wilson now off the bootleg. A short one there to Freiermuth. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain. Here's Wilson. Here's one deep for Pickens. And this is caught inside the 5. And he'll be touched down in the end, but a big play on that one.
He's been a one-man dynamo on this drive so far, and you know the other receivers would love to get involved. But right now, his skill and his play has his team in a great position to put 6 points on the board.
Here's the sneak with Wilson. And he is over the line for another rushing touchdown.
Is he a quarterback or is he a tailback?
Russell Wilson scoring on the sneak from a yard out. And the Steelers are on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point put through by Boswell. And it's now a 7-0 game. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Oh, a good return up past the 30. Past midfield. And he will take this one back all the way inside the 35.
Well, you gave up the first touchdown of the game, but how about the response? Big-time return. Now it's their chance to try and put points on the board.
Nixon with a 1st down carry. And able to get this to the 31.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Throwing now is Stroud. That's complete to Dell. It'll be a gain of 5. And 3rd and 1 now.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on, because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
And he will have a 1st down at about the 21-yard line. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
Everyone understood their role on that play. 3rd and 1. You know the defensive guys, they're trying to get down and get low and get leverage on the offensive lineman, but they didn't allow that to happen. They created a crease and allowed him to get through for a 1st down.
Texans football to start quarter 2. Stroud looking to throw. This goes out wide from Nixon. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Joe Mixon from 21 yards away. And the Texans are an extra point away from evening this one up. Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's going to cover, and you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball in his hands. Oftentimes makes people miss, gets that run after the catch, and off he goes.
And into the end zone. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. And it's intercepted. Picked off by Christian Harris. And the Texans are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10. Just shy of midfield at the 48. Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Cameron Hayward in on the tackle. Then he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
He's got his man. It's the tight end, Brevin Jordan. Takes this to the 45. Broken tackle. Brought him a little extra space. They'll come up now 3rd and 3. They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. On a nice burst there as he'll take this inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. Give them 17 on the pickup there, and the Texans also get a new set of downs.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
T.J. Watt in on the tackle. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. 2nd down and 8. Stroud. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Now Stroud. Oh, what a read on the outside as it's intercepted. Picked off by Deshaun Elliott. And the Steelers will take over here at their own 12-yard line. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Now it's Wilson. And he'll get it right back to Washington. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. Shifts by him. He needed a yard. That's exactly what he got. Earns him a new set of downs.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that first. Now Wilson. He tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. So consecutive
Our coverage of the NFL has brought us to Space City and NRG Stadium, right next to where the old Astrodome sits, here in Houston, Texas. Ready to get this game started. Here's Eddie Pinheiro. And we're off and running from Houston. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. Stroud in the air to start us off. He'll get this one to Brooks. He loses the football. Panthers pick this one up. And they finally drag him down, but not until after a very nice return. Well, this one's certainly off to an exciting start, partner. Hopefully this is the type of energy we're going to see the whole way today.
Defensive coaches, Kate, love to say, steal a possession, find a way to steal a possession. Well,
and it's cut in the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. The Panthers get a perfect start. They've gone up 6-0. Xavier Legette with the touchdown. He finds one of his great receivers, Brock, and they are off to a great start to begin this ball game.
Yeah, it's such a positive offensively when you could go find not just a field goal, but a touchdown on that opening drive. And defensively, this starts to shake the foundation of your preparation and makes you wonder what's in store.
And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Running for the first time with Joe Mixon. And the power play up the gut only results in 2 yards.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Throw right side, Dell has it. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
Sure showed off some mobility on that play. Got outside the pocket and easily found an open man.
Stroud now on 3rd. And that's a win for the pass rush. Hit as he threw it, leads to the incompletion. 4th down coming up.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last second attempt to get rid of it.
Stroud gonna go on 4th down. Throw caught by his running back. And he's brought down after a short gain. And they drag him down just in time. He's shy of that marker. We've got a turnover on downs. Young on 1st and 10. A quick throw is swatted away, incomplete. Clean breakup on that throw. And it's going to be 2nd down. Out of the gun, Young. Now it'll be caught by Adam Thielen. And they get this down to the 28. Give him an even 10 yards on the play. And it'll give the Panthers a 1st down. On the ground, Chuba Hubbard gets it. And he's brought down for a loss.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
That's knocked away by a defender, incomplete. First time this game they've looked to him. So they're left facing 3rd and long. They send the tight end in motion. On 3rd down, it's Young. And someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Kamari Lassiter with the pick. And the Texans take possession of the football.
A lot of defenders got some offense in their background, and it's been my life experience that they'll tell you about it. And right there, he put it on display. He brought in the pick and instantly became a runner, searching for the open field to add a little something to the return.
And they bring him down after he ran through him up to the 43. Pickup of 8 on the run, and that sets up 2nd and 2. On the ground again with Mixon. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
And that short gain is enough for a new set of downs.
Win the early battle. Get a little leverage. Low man wins off the line, and that's all that was needed to ensure that first down right there.
Football on that 47-yard line, first down. So before they can get set and snap it, the clock runs out on quarter 1. Neither side separating much so far. We'll make our return to NRG Stadium after this. Welcome back. We'll begin this second quarter with the Texans in possession. They'll try to attack this deficit starting with 1st and 10. He cuts through the defense. He goes. Room to burn. Touchdown, Houston. The Texans parlay the interception into points. It's a Joe Mixon touchdown. Wow, just sensational speed from the back that time, Brock. He found a seam, got through it, and he was gone. You know, it's one thing, Kate, to have singles hitters, right? And you love those, and you appreciate guys that can get on base. But it's the home run hitters that are the difference makers, and what a big-time effort. Fairbairn has it all set up for the kickoff. From well into the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And this drive will start inside the 25. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And a big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up. Another try following the sack. This one is hit by a defender and winds up incomplete. That's just simply great positioning to swat the ball away. He stayed in the spot where he could disrupt the throw before the target and make a play on it. Here he is on 3rd and long. Just got it away before the hit, but it doesn't matter. It's incomplete. 4th down coming up. That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it. They're going for it, Young. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Kamari Lessiter with the pick. And forget the interception. He makes this a pick-6 touchdown. Well, they had to try something there on 4th down, but that throw played right into what the defense was anticipating, Brock, and they make it hurt that much worse by taking the turnover back for 6. Hey, I'm all for these great group celebrations, and, you know, I'm not Captain No Fun, but one of these times I'd like to see that player run that football over to the D coordinator who predicted that play was coming and really made the right call to create that opportunity. Fairbairn connects on the extra point. And the Texans break that tie and now lead by 7. A quick chance at redemption after that pick 6 as it's sent away. Black Shear on the return. Oh, he's showing some burst on this return. The return manages to get just beyond the 30. They've got first down from the 31. This drive will begin with Hubbard. We'll have him gain about a handful there. Jalen Petrie there on the stop. First down play, nets him 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5.
Fans love the long ball in baseball. It's like they got the home run derby, but you know what? Talk to managers, and they will tell you small ball can win too. Singles and doubles, you add them up, you can win a lot of baseball games. Football coaches will tell you, you get runs of that length, it may not be a home run, it may not score points, but it can do some serious damage.
It's a pickup of 9 yards, and that'll be good for a Carolina first. We've hit the 2-minute warning now at NRG. The Panthers trailing on the scoreboard. New set of downs for him from the 46. Here's Young on 1st and 10. Catch made by Chuba Hubbard. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on first down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. Get 3rd and short in your back pocket and get even more aggressive and take that shot.
On 2nd down, it's Hubbard. Oh, he loses the football. And the Texans grab it. And they stop him before he gets much on the return.
Well, sure, you're looking to try to get a first down on 2nd down. You're trying to create a manageable 3rd down, but I'll tell you what you're not trying to do, ever, is give the ball away. And that's what the offense does to the defense right there.
Here's Stroud on 1st and 10. He fires one deep down the middle. It is caught at the 20. And he does quite a bit of damage before they finally take him down.
You know, Kim, you often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
Completed to Collins. And he's able to get this down to the 13. Timeout coming from the Texans. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. Second and 6 coming up here. From the gun, Stroud. Complete to Dell. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard defensive coordinators say, hey, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. You got to earn the right for me to call blitzes. And when you call a blitz and you don't get home and you don't hit the quarterback, you've earned nothing.
3rd and just 2 to go. To the air yet again, it's Stroud. And the defender comes away with it. J.C. Horn to pick it off. And the Panthers make the defensive stand and come through with a turnover in the final moments of the half.
Red zone defense, it is a part of the practice week at least twice, Thursdays, Fridays, even tuning it up on Saturdays, because it's all about protecting in the red zone. And not only protecting points, but taking the ball away. That is a gold star effort by the defense.
Probably looking at our final snap of the half here on first down. Looking to throw. Taking a shot. Deep down the field it goes. And they can't connect on the deep look. Still a couple of snaps to play with, though, here. We've got 2nd down. That's halftime of this contest. We'll join both teams in taking a short break. More of the NFL on EA Sports in just a moment. Welcome back, everybody. Kate Scott, Brock Heward with you as we're about set to begin the 3rd quarter. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this 2nd half. We've got a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Motion man sent left. To the air on first down. Young connects with Hubbard. Has some daylight through the 40. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down.
To this day, I can still see the faces of the big guys in the huddle. When you call a screen like that, instead of them just getting knocked backwards, they get to be salesmen. They get to push those linemen downfield and then tee off and go hit somebody like they did right there.
And he'll scurry forward for a pickup of 3.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
Here's 2nd and 7. Throw came out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass. Looking for the back that time. So it'll be 3rd down.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and altered.
Oh, no, they get him yet again. Jimmy Ward has it. And the Texans bring the interception back beyond the 40 before the tackle is made.
There's some serious self-scouting going on right now. What is this?
From beautiful South Florida, there's a look at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami. Here's Jason Sanders now to get this one started, and we are underway from Hard Rock Stadium. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. On the ground, this is Joe Mixon. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. The game's first play produces 6 yards. Brings up 2nd down. Back to throw. Here's Stroud. Man open. That's complete to Dalton Schultz. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. They get 14 on that one. Good for a Houston first down.
I know I spend a lot of time talking about how tight ends in a lot of cases now are pumped up wide receivers, but they're still big people. He used that frame right there to absorb a really big hit on him and held on to the ball.
Mixing up the middle. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
They suspected it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on first down.
Here's a 2nd and 8. Now Stroud. A short one going to be taken in here by Schultz. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. That's good for a first down, his 2nd catch of the opening drive. Mixon will try the right side. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. And scored that one for one of the league's best. Jalen Ramsey getting the tackle for loss. So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Stroud looking to throw. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Javon Holland. And the Dolphins are going to get it back here just past the 35. Offensively, a far from ideal start there with a pick on the opening drive.
Yeah, not exactly what they were looking for. We know that. That's pretty obvious. The beauty, though, is it's happening early. If they don't panic, they don't compound this problem, they've got a long way to go and a chance to get back in it.
That one caught by Tyreek Hill. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a 2nd and just a few inches left. Now Tua. He'll get it once more into the hands of Hill. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Here's Tua. This one complete to Jalen Waddle. And he's taken down inside the 30. Again, they will throw it with Tagovailoa. Finds Hill on the crossing route, complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. No score after 1 on EA Sports. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. They'll run. Here's Devon Achane. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. From the 5, 2nd and 4. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. In motion left, the tight end. Looking to pass. Tua. Got his tight end. That's complete. It's Smith. And he won't get close. Only a yard. 4th and 3. They're going for it. Here's Tua with it. And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. Tyreek Hill on the touchdown pass from Tua. And the Dolphins post the first points of the ballgame as they take the lead here in this 2nd quarter. Big 4th down conversion for the score, and the defense, that is a tough pill to swallow.
Big time for them. How about them just deciding to go for it on 4th down? And, okay, forget the field goal, because that looked like an easy 3 points. Yeah, you might have had a defensive breakdown in there, but they pressed the issue and found a way to get it into the end zone. Give them big credit for that.
The two are going to try and throw for it on the move to his left. And he will get in to make it 8-0. And with a successful two-point try, the QB rolling out, I would imagine on the defense that makes it tough. When he goes out, he's got the option to run or pass.
Yeah, it really does. If you decide not to bring extra people or extra pressure, maybe you have to have a spy on the quarterback, someone to account for him, because oftentimes that is the unaccounted for player.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback, and we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
And Stroud now to throw. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. Bradley Chubb, the outside linebacker, coming up to drop him for a loss of a full 10 yards.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Bradley Chubb drops him again for the second straight play, and it brings up 4th down. The Texans send the punter out as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Fair catch called for and made at about the 32-yard line. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time, and it'll be Dolphin football. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Tyreek Hill's got another one. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. They fake the handoff. Now Tua. And this is going to be intercepted. And the Texans are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. So this defense coming up with a takeaway, and maybe that's something that can bring a little life to that sideline.
Well, I don't want to say that they've been sleepwalking through this first half because that's simply not true, but you're right. We haven't seen a lot of fire from these guys, really, on either side of the ball. So maybe that's the catalyst that they needed to get them back into this game.
Stroud to throw it. And he can't escape, and down he goes. Flying in to pick up that sack, Jordan Brooks. These sacks now, they're starting to pile up, Charles. And that front seven defensively, they've had their way with this offensive line.
And I think at this stage, we have to start thinking about different play calls. We've got to start helping this quarterback out because the entire game he's been under siege. I don't care what the down and distance. They've got to get the ball out of his hands a lot quicker.
Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. The Dolphins in front, and they'll be in possession of the football first as the second half gets started. Washington now brings this out. And he's going to be out of bounds here as the run back will leave him shy of the 20-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Hey, Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game.
He's got a man complete. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Tyreek Hill, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Dolphins come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his second touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. They'll look to throw. Out to his left. And he is in to make it 16-0.
Well, after that, it's not hard to see where the momentum is pointing because it's squarely on his side after a heads-up play to jog that one in for another 2 points.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. Well, the opposition laid down the challenge and opening drive touchdown here to start the second half. And, Charles, now you feel like this group needs to get an answer because this all of a sudden is a two-score game.
Yeah, you're right about that. What was a small, manageable spread to overcome, a little bit more daunting now. I think you're exactly right. Pressure is on because you don't want them getting the ball back with a chance to really extend this lead out.
He'll get this into the hands of Nico Collins. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run.
They made that way too easy for them. No one is supposed to be that open against an NFL defense. Once he caught the ball, there wasn't anybody close enough to stop him. And he was able to continue downfield after making the catch.
Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
We've got to give out a little applause on that play. It has to go to the defense. More good work by them. They've taken away the passing lanes all game long, and you can see the frustration that it's causing because he just about threw that one into the first row.
And he will step out of bounds down near the 10-yard line. 48 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Throwing now is Stroud. Flushed out right. And an off-balance throw there, and it's going to wind up incomplete.
I'm sure it was a tough halftime trying to figure out some strategy to get things going. Trailing by a lot when they went into the locker room. He's just trying every avenue to spark his team here to begin the third quarter. Not a lot going on that play, though.
That is incomplete.
His impatience has to be bubbling over, trying to find a way to get his team to the end zone for the first time. He did find a way to break, contain, and get outside to buy his receivers a little extra time, but the connection couldn't be made on that throw.
He'll drop this one down to Mixon. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Joe Mixon from 10 yards out. And the Texans are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. So a strong drive here to lead off this third quarter and gets them right back in this football game.
And I think we can safely call that a statement drive because they had to be saying, We didn't put our best foot forward in the first half, but we certainly mean business now. Maybe a better term, a prove-it drive. They proved it to themselves that they were ready to go.
And he will get into the end zone, and the two-point conversion will cut this down to a 6-point game. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. Dwayne Eskridge elects to bring it out. And he won't quite make it to the 25. First down, Miami, as they get set to start the drive.
Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but
look at right side, and it's intercepted. Derek Stingley picks it. Well, when I looked down, he was kind of shaking his head right after he threw that pass. What did you see?
Well, from a defense's perspective, anytime you have your eyes back towards the quarterback, you're in a position to make a play on the ball, whether it's a big-time play by you or an overthrow by the quarterback. You have a much better opportunity.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11. Stroud working out of the gun. He's got the hook up with Diggs. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. They couldn't ask for much more to this point in the second half. A gorgeous day, one-score game. First and 10 here. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Joe Mixon with now his second touchdown of this third quarter. And the Texans are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the third.
We're getting set up for what should be a great fourth quarter. This has been a hard-hitting game because both teams have punched and counter-punched equally well. And here's a good finish to this drive, a touchdown run here late in the third quarter.
But DeMeco Ryans, even with the defensive mindset, he'll elect to go for two here. Stroud's going to try to throw for the conversion. And he'll get into the end zone, and those 2 points are going to tie the game. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. We got a brand new ball game, all even after that last touchdown, so every drive now becoming a little more critical here in the second half. He'll let this go deep for Waddle. That's caught inside the 20. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Jalen Waddle, 70 yards. And the Dolphins have moved out in front here in the final minute of the third quarter.
Well, that's a heck of a response to regain the lead after we had seen the touchdown to tie the game.
I would say what we just saw there was a great amount of poise, because typically when teams tie the game up, it's a little bit of a, how would you say, you kind of take a step back and have to get yourself regrouped. They regrouped in a hurry, didn't they? They attacked back after they'd been tied.
And in a big way, that was a statement-long touchdown. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And they got to be pleased with this. He brings it all the way up to the 40-yard line.
It's the third quarter, and they're down on the scoreboard. And while no one wants to hit the panic button just yet, points are a necessity on this drive. What a great way to get set up.
A shotgun snap to Stroud. Taking a shot for Dell here. And he's got it inside the 10. And he'll be marked down deep on Miami's side of the field. A huge play there for Houston. 54 yards. Before they can snap it, time runs out on this third quarter of play. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. First and goal, a touchdown and a two-point conversion here are musts. They'll give it to Mixon. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5.
If you're going to keep these guys out of the end zone, you've got to be able to commit to stopping the run. And that's a nice job there, getting the safeties involved in run support.
Here's Stroud. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Jordan Brooks with it. And the Dolphins are going to take over here on the INT at their own 5-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. They get the crucial turnover, just huge, but now they've got the football deep in their own territory, and you got to be careful because if you give it right back, there goes your lead.
Have to be extremely happy with their defense. They received a gift. That takeaway, even though they're deep in their own territory, now they have the football. And you know there's always that alpha on defense, that grouchy guy. Forget what the coaches said. I guarantee you, he told the quarterback, we just took care of you, now you take care of us.
So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 45-yard line. Out of the gun, here's a give to Achane. And a good push up front, and he's able to navigate his way down inside the 30. On first down, back to Achane. Down at the 25. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. They've got a second down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. From the 25, here's 2nd and 6. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. That'll be caught by Hill. And Hill is going to have the Dolphins first down as he's brought down at the 16. A run straight ahead with Achane. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. It's 1st and goal and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away. Achane will take this in for the Dolphin touchdown. Some good running there at the end of the drive. He had the burst that set up the 1st and goal, and then one play later, he's in the end zone.
Brandon, what I liked about that sequence is I'm not sure who made the play call, but they understood the situation, understood the momentum. A nice hard-charging run, give it right back to him, and let him cap things off.
Tua and the Dolphins offense staying put. They'll go for 2.
Flag comes in. This might be a free play. And it's incomplete. But a flag is down here, so hang on. Let's see what we've got.
Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
Once again, the Dolphins will come out and go for 2. They'll try and throw for it. And make them 4 for 4 now on 2-point conversions as he'll take this one in for the score. And around the goal line, especially on 2-point tries, sometimes the QB's best friend is that big target, the tight end.
I love how you described it because you know he's going to have some length and some catch radius as well as a big body to keep people away from the football.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Now Stroud. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
Finding Schultz. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
But when you hit him on the move like that, he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam. Oh, boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. That's caught again by Schultz. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Here's 1st down. Stroud to throw it. Flush to his right. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earned a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
And this is caught. And now we're going to get a timeout. Somewhat pointlessly called with 3 seconds to go in a game that's already been decided.
And what great recognition between a receiver and his quarterback, because he's going to recognize the trouble, and then he has 2 options. Cut off the route and come back to help, or head straight down the field, and he chooses the latter, and it turns into a huge play.
So a victory here for the Miami Dolphins, and they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
So you get the sense that whatever was said at halftime obviously hit home. I think it's a little bit more than that, though. Obviously, there are words that are said, and, hey, come on, guys, we have to play better. But sometimes it's just sharpening your execution, sharpening your focus, and maybe doing the things you practiced all week without major adjustments, just doing them better. And that got it done in this one.
So that'll do it for my partner, Charles.